Hello, my name is Rhys Jones. Today I'm going to explain to you how to restore an unloved guitar. Get your kit together and get a nice convenient space to work. You don't want to do it in anywhere that's too cramped. Get yourself a nice space, like we've got the dining room table here, and all the kit we use will be in the description below. We won't be needing the whammy bar for a bit, so for the first thing we'll get him off. Next up, you're going to need to remove the strings so that we can get at the neck and the body. You can really tell that this guitar hasn't been played in years, and the strings are literally rusted and disgusting. And just look at the state of this neck. Right. So with this guitar in particular, you turn it over to get the strings out. This guitar here is strung through the body, whereas most are strung from behind the bridge. Strings and whammy bar off and ready for a bit of cleaning. So we just spray this on and polish it up. Okay, so this cleaner is lemon based, so it'll cut through the grime faster. Doesn't this look disgusting? Actually, what kind of creature of the night has been playing this? You want to do them one fret at a time, like this, and really get your finger in there, trying to get the dirt off the neck. Forgot to mention, the lemon product is only for rosewood necks. So if you don't have a rosewood neck, just use the same as before. First go done, and as you can see, it's already looking better, but it's not quite perfect. So we're going to go through it again and rub a bit more lightly and leave it on for longer. While that's drying, this jack here isn't very tight, so I'm going to try and get a half turn on that. When playing yesterday, I found that when using the volume or changing the pickups, you'd hear a little crackle through the amplifier. So dust has got into the electronics, and that's what's causing the crackle. To fix this crackle, we're going to be using this contact cleaner. But it's important to note here that this contact cleaner is made by WD-40. Do not use WD-40. WD-40 is an oil and it will stay in your guitar. Use contact cleaner because contact cleaner will then evaporate, taking the dust with it. This is a solvent, so don't breathe it in and clean up any that gets on your guitar.
What do you mean, don't breathe it in? No.
Spray both sides of the switch, and then move the switch backwards and forwards about 10 times.
Oh, that is good.
Most guitars of this type have the pots under the pick guard, but this one in particular, you have to turn the guitar over and open this little access panel to reach the underside of the switches. Immediately start turning these to move the cleaner about on the inside. Obviously this stuff is really useful for any volume control you've got that's crackly, and of course one can of this, £6, will last you and your children the rest of their lives. The body's been cleaned, the electrics have been cleaned, and so now you just have to put the strings back on. And that's 1 down, 5 to go. You alright?
What's Daisy looking at? It is exciting, Daisy. Cats love watching guitars being repaired.
They love it, they can't get enough of it.
Working on guitars is good lad and dad bonding time.
Make sure you always put on your strings the same way and wind it the same way. Otherwise tuning will become a hassle. Isn't that beautiful? Maybe I should have tuned up. Personally, I'm happy with the tremolo as it is, but if you'd like to change it, then all you have to do is take off this panel, and you can screw these in as far as they'll go, and then the bridge won't move, thus making the whammy bar redundant. Or you can loosen them off to have an even stronger whammy bar effect. So we've now got it completely in tune, but we're going to check the intonation, be sure that it's in tune all the way up the neck. As you can tell up here, it's a little bit sharp, so you have to lengthen the bridge to get it in tune. To avoid damaging the string, I've got to loosen it off slightly. And so you use the screwdriver to just... Yeah, that's great. These pickups are far too far away from the strings, so to change that you just have to use these screws here. This job is partly a matter of personal preference. If you bring the pickups closer to the strings, you'll get a hotter, more distorted sound, whereas if you move them away you'll get better clarity, but it's usually easier to just go with the manufacturer's recommended. Don't go too close to the strings because there is a magnet in the pickup that will start pulling the strings down if you take it too close. At final stage, put the whammy bar back on and clip the access string at the top here. As you can hear, there's now no more crackle on the volume, neither on the selector, and generally the guitar's playing a lot better now. Gotta get the whammy bar in there. So generally it's now looking better, feeling better, and you don't have to wash your hands after playing.